We are live. You ready?
Christian number 9 on Longwood. Christian number 9 on Longwood.
Ready?
Yeah.
T&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast. T&D Sports Video presents the girls' high school flag football game of the week. Today, it's the Sachem North Arrows hosting Longwood. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Sachem North High School here in Lake Ronkonkoma, New York, for our T&D Sports game of the week, brought to you by Orlin and Cohen. My name is Mike Trezza. We are here in Lake Ronkonkoma waiting for this game to start. Sachem North, the host, comes in with a record of 3-9 on the season. Longwood, on the other hand, comes in at 8-3 this year, near the top of the heap in Suffolk County Division I. While we wait for this game to start, we'll talk about our spotlight players. For Longwood, you see her on your screen right there, Delaney Israel, number 9. She's a 3-year starter here for Longwood, been one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And for Sachem North, at quarterback today, they are going to be going with number 23, Kylie DeMena. Their usual starting quarterback, Jillian Warawoda, is out. She's just coming back off of injury, and she probably will be playing cornerback but not quarterback. We're just about set to get underway. Longwood in the white is going to get the ball first. They're going to move from left to right. They will start at the 25. It's a run on first down with Gabriella Whitaker. Whitaker has a first down. And so Longwood moves the chain successfully on their first play from scrimmage. That is going to bring up a 1st and 12 from the 38-yard line. They need to get to the 50 for a first down. Israel, the quarterback. It's a run on the near side. Cameron Green down the right sideline and now past midfield. So Longwood with back-to-back first downs on the first two offensive plays. Cameron Green, the junior. She also starts on defense. Spread formation for Israel. 4 receivers in the game. It's a throw right side. Completion to Crystal Rivera. Gabriella Peligi makes the stop, but a nice gain on that play. They pick up 12. They take a look at Israel. Again, one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Hooking up with Rivera, one of her top receivers. It's another first down for Longwood. Quick screen pass this side. Gianna Tony. Tony stopped just short of the end zone. We got a flag coming in late at the end of that play. We'll take a look and see if we can find out what the infraction is. Very, very windy day here in Lake Ronkonkoma. If you've never been to Sachem North, the field is raised up. It's on top of a hill. So it gets a little bit more windy than it is on the rest of Long Island today. Penalty's going to go on Sachem North, so that's going to move Longwood a little bit closer to the goal line. The goal line, if you're not familiar with flag football, is the 10-yard line. So Longwood is going to be just short of that, and they're going to have a first down. Israel has Sclafani to her left. Spread formation again on first down. Handoff Sclafani. She's in for the touchdown. Actually, they are saying she stopped just short. We'll take another look. Sclafani, also the backup quarterback. She takes the handoff. And coming over for the flag pull is Grace Gregorio, the linebacker. She's new to flag football this year, but doing a good job for Coach Maurer. Take another look at that last play. That time Israel fakes the handoff and goes around the other way herself, but she stopped short. So third down for Longwood. After getting right down the field, they're being stymied at the goal line. Quick handoff, Sclafani. They're after her. And I believe it's Ashley Fair who makes the stop for Sachem North. We'll take one more look at it. Sclafani goes wide and goes deeper into the backfield. So fourth down now for Longwood on their first drive. Israel looking end zone, now fires it, and it's off the hands of the receiver. She was looking for Crystal Rivera. Pass was a little bit low, and Rivera could not haul it in. So Sachem North showing good D, and they're going to take over on downs as we take another look. Israel shows good patience, goes through her progression. That ball might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage by Grace Gregorio. They are going to start with Kylie DeMena at quarterback. We mentioned her in the opening. Handoff on first down. Not a lot of yardage there. They take a look at Kylie. She's a sophomore. She can throw and she can run. Comes back into the huddle. Gets the girls on the same page. Imbalanced formation for Sachem North on second down. Here's a handoff. Right side. Take another look. I believe this play went to Audrina Emma. Looking for a hole, but she can't find much room. So now it's going to be third and long for Sachem North. First possession for them. They stopped Longwood on their first possession. DeMena has a completion. Down the right side is the receiver. That is Jessica Nodell. On the replay, we can see Nodell bobbles this one just a little bit, but then finally gathers it and avoids one would-be flag puller. But now it's fourth down, and Sachem North is going to have to kick it away. Punt bounces at the 50. And a couple extra yards after the bounce. We'll take a quick step away.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine.
Longwood back on offense. Israel completion over the middle. Gets it to Gianna Tony. Flag pull is made by Jacqueline Zamperone. Or actually, it's Audrina Emma who gets her from behind. Second down for Longwood. They hand off to the motion girl. That is Cameron Green. Green is down there. And in for the touchdown. Green showing good speed that time and also avoiding a couple tacklers as we look at it on the replay. In for the touchdown. So quickly, Longwood is up 6-0. Down to 18.5 to go in the first half. If you're not familiar with flag football, you can go for 1, 2, or 3 on the conversion. They will go for 1 on this particular conversion. Spread formation for Israel. Looking end zone. Overthrows the receiver. We'll take a quick step away. Longwood up 6-0.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Second possession for Sachem North coming up. They trail 6-0 at home against Longwood. As you mentioned, Sachem goes in 3-9 on the season. Little mix-up on that pattern. She was looking for Reagan Grow, but Grow crossed paths with another receiver. I think the defense was a little too tight on that play, so incompletion on first down. I mentioned Demena took over for Warawoda, who's been their quarterback the last couple seasons, but is just coming back off an injury. Demena drifts right, lets it go short. It goes off the hands of Jessica Nodell. Incomplete. Now you take a look at Demena moving a little bit more confidently, keeping her eyes downfield, but the pass was just a little bit behind Nodell, and Nodell, a smaller girl, was not able to haul it in. Third down for Sachem North. Trips right side. Demena lets it go. Nearly intercepted. Good coverage on that play by Gianna Tony. We take another look. They start with the imbalanced formation. All receivers to the right side. Then you've got a receiver crossing over to the left side. Demena spots her. It's Nodell, but no dice on that play. It's going to be fourth down. And Sachem North is going to have to kick. Much better kick this time. Beautiful kick, as a matter of fact. We'll take a quick break.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Third possession coming up for Longwood. They drove it all the way down to the 1 on their first possession. Were able to punch it in on their second, so now they're back on offense. They're going to start this drive from their own 35. 3 receivers right side, 1 to the left for Israel. Just takes the snap, takes off with it. Nice cut back inside, now back to the outside. Pull is made by Grace Gregorio, the linebacker. Gregorio, as I mentioned, new to flag football this year, but doing a really good job in her first year. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 from the 42-yard line. Down to 16 minutes left in the first. Israel. Nice completion over the middle. Has Tony once again. And this time it's Grow who makes the stop. This is what comes with being a third-year quarterback. Israel goes through that progression so quickly. That is her third read, and she finds her quick. From the 46, going deep, completion. Nice catch by Aaliyah Camus. Wind has definitely been a factor, but no problem for Longwood. Andrea Rodriguez makes the stop for Sachem North. First down, Longwood. Handoff goes to Cameron Green. But Zamperone makes the stop. Down to 14 and a half left. Longwood knocking on the door, looking for more. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Crossing pattern. And that ball's incomplete. Again, looking for Gianna Tony. Tony, the junior, was a little too quick for her quarterback on this play. Third down, coming up for the Lions. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Empty backfield for Israel. Straight up the teeth. Take another look at this. Israel got very used to reaching out that ball the first 2 years she was playing quarterback, but now you're not supposed to be able to do that anymore, but old habits are hard to break. 4th down for Longwood. Spread formation. Corner of the end zone. Completion for a touchdown for Crystal Rivera. Absolutely beautiful design on that play. We'll take another look. Rivera gets behind the D, finds herself all alone in the zone, and Longwood's up 12-0. This Time they'll go for a 2-point conversion. Israel, they chase her out of the pocket. Eyes downfield, and she finds a receiver. Again, it is Camus for the 2-point conversion. And Longwood quickly up 14-0. We will keep it right here. As I mentioned in the opening, Sachem North comes in 3-9. This year they've beaten Copeg, Lindy, and Bayshore. Longwood 8-3. We neglected to mention the coaching matchup at the outset. For Longwood, it's Aiden Smith, assisted by Anthony Borriello. And here at Sachem North, it's Coach Eric Maurer. His assistant is Robert Lasordo. Sachem North back on offense for the third time. Snap is mishandled by Demena, and they pull her in the backfield. Rivera. You take another look at this. Demena, again, still a little new to the quarterback position. The snap came from Flore Rojas, and might have taken her eyes off it for just a half a second. That's all it takes. So loss on the play brings up second down for Sachem North. Demand a short dump off, and that pass is incomplete, trying to get it to Brooke Hetman, her tight end. Hetman, a sophomore, usually a possession-type receiver. So third down coming up for Sachem North. Demena has time, lets it go. Nice defense, knocked away at the last minute by Camus. She was trying to get it to Reagan Grow. We'll take another look. Demena throwing into the wind, took an extra second to get it there. Looking for Grow. Grow's got a bead on it, but so does Camus. Camus comes over and knocks it away. Again, Sachem North will have to kick it away. It is Zambrisky who does the punting. That ball bounces at the 50. And again, that's where the Lions will take over. We'll take a quick break.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Longwood will start this drive at the 50-yard line. 40 yards to go for a TD. Quick pass. And Rivera is in the spin cycle. Rivera showing great speed after that catch. Runs a great pattern, looks back for the ball. Israel puts it on her, and then she goes into the spin cycle. Second and 6. Israel completion right side. This one goes to Sclafani, and she's stopped by Warawoda. Third down for Longwood. Sclafani in the slot. 2 receivers right side. Now in motion is Green. Green on the jet sweep. Gets away from a defender down the left sideline. First down and more. A lot of speed and athleticism on this Longwood team. Makes the first girl miss. Takes off down the sideline for extra yardage before Reagan Grow finally makes the flag pull. First and goal. Now from the 15. Quick pass over the middle to the center for a touchdown. Take another look. Nothing fancy right here. They just sneak the center out of the backfield. In for the TD. This time Longwood will go for a 1-point conversion, up 20-0. Spread formation. And Israel's going to take it herself. And she's going to be in for the conversion. 21-0. We'll take a quick break.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
There you take a look at Coach Smith on your screen talking to his girls. It's up 21-0. Sachem North going into the wind here in this first half. Short completion this time to Nodell. Nodell makes a couple moves, but she is stopped by Maya Markle. Markle looks like she might have gotten shaken up on that play. See if we can see how it happened. It looked like Nodell stepped on her foot, but Markle is going to stay in there. Second down, they need to get to the 30 for a first down. Short pass, no one home. Nodell was on the move to her right, and Grow was also in the area. It's going to bring up third down. As I mentioned, really, really chilly, windy evening here in Lake Ronkonkoma. Third down coming up for Sachem North. Demena, nice throw right side. Completion to Reagan Grow. So if you're Sachem North, this is what you want to do right here. You just want to get a couple short passes, get a couple first downs under your belt, show the other team, but more importantly, show yourself that you can move the ball a little bit here. Good completion from Demena to Grow. Demena, high pass. Wind kind of took that one and took off with it. She was looking for Flore Rojas. Hey, take a look at Flore Rojas, not a big girl, so that high pass was not going to be hauled in by her. Second down. From the 43, they need to get to the 50 for a first. Another high pass. This time looking for Zabriskie, but she can't get it to her. Zabriskie, the leading receiver on this team, but is just coming off an injury herself. As you take another look, Demena, a tall girl, and has a tendency to put that ball a little bit high. Third down for the Arrows. Demena, they're after her quickly. She gets rid of it, and it's picked off. Picked off by Camus. Camus cuts across the field. She's stopped by Audrina Emma, but Longwood's going to take over again. This is tough because Sachem has more than one girl in the same area. And Demena is throwing across her body, so that's a tough throw to try to make. With Longwood, a lot of speed on their defense, and they're able to get there and pick it off. First down for Longwood, even though it says second on the box. Israel thought about loading up, instead goes short. Has a completion to Tony. Flag is pulled downfield, but there's a collision between Tony and Warawoda. Tony, look at a couple of those moves to get past defenders and get down the field. So Longwood, after one play, is already down at the 25-yard line with a first down. Quick pass over the middle to Treadwell. It's the second time they've done that play. They just sneak the center out of the backfield. Second down and goal for Longwood. Hard to see exactly what happened there. It looked like the defender pulled the flag and wasn't sure that she pulled it. That was Audrina Emma. We take a look. Israel's looking around. She thought she evaded the tackler, but they did pull her, so that's a loss on that play. Third and goal. Israel directs traffic. Now lets it go. Corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Gianna Tony. Look at how patient Israel is. She directs traffic. She looks around the field, goes to her third option, now her fourth, and that's Tony. Gets herself free in the corner of the end zone for the score. Longwood for one. Short pass. Into the end zone for the conversion to Camus. Longwood up big. We'll take a quick break.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Sachem North back on offense. DeMena. Nice completion that time to Nodell. Short gain on the play. Pickup of 2, maybe 3. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 5. 3 receivers right side for DeMena. DeMena has time. Had a receiver open. That was Zabriskie, but Zabriskie couldn't catch up to it. Down coming up. Need to get to the 30. Approaching the 2-minute to play mark in the second, I should say in the first half. Suffolk County League One matchup. DeMena over the middle. Nobody home. And Sachem North is going to have to kick it away. Zabriskie did not punt the first one, but has punted since then. She's been their leading receiver this year with 4 touchdowns. That kick comes straight to the sideline. So again, Longwood's going to start in good shape with 1:14 left. Got a little bit of a delay here, not sure why. Longwood coaching staff having a word with the officials, trying to find out exactly what's going on here. Don't know if they're asking for a reset of the clock. The clock in the stadium shows 1:50 seconds left. Not sure if they'll reset it here. First down, Longwood from the 45. Here's Green. Green looking for room. And the tackle is made by Zamperone. Zamperone, the linebacker, only plays defense, but plays it well, and did on this play. Goes in for the pull on the much shorter Cameron Green. Second down. They fake the handoff to Green. Israel is around the other side, down the left sideline, and stopped at the 35-yard line. Israel again, she does lot of different things well, including settling that fake. Down under a minute to go. Defender almost got a hand on that pass. Instead, Rivera is down the left sideline quickly. Down to 28 seconds left before halftime. Longwood looking to add another score, already up 28-0. Spread formation. Israel into the end zone, and again that play to the center. Treadwell works. That's the third time they've run that play, and all three times have been successful. When you have to guard all those speedy receivers, you can just sneak that center out into the flat. They will go for one. Rivera has it for the conversion. 35-0, 10 seconds left. So we mentioned that Sachem North, with wins this year over Copeg, Lindenhurst, and Bayshore. Coach Maurer spoke to me about the fact that 45 girls tried out for flag football this year. He's struggling with what a lot of coaching staffs are struggling with, whether to have a JV, give more of the younger girls opportunities to play more often, and feed the varsity team. A lot of districts that are a little bit unsure about exactly how to proceed with that. 10 seconds left. Demena heaves it deep and just out past the outstretched arms of Reagan Grow. Sachem North is going to have time for one more play. Give Grow credit. She got behind the defense. But Demena a little too strong for her on that play. Four seconds left. We'll give the Arrows time for just one more play. Demena coming near side, nearly picked off. Ball's batted away by Tony, and that's the way the first half is going to end. So our score after one half of play, Longwood 35, Sachem North nothing. We're back with some halftime coverage right after this. You're watching the Orlin and Cohen Girls Flag Football Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Lorea throws down the middle. Great catch in the middle of the field. And with space. Lorea looks. Big hole up the middle. Lorea takes it herself. Space. She's got space. Is it enough? Touchdown.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
35-0 here at halftime in Lake Ronkonkoma, Sachem North High School. Mike Trezor with you, along with our T&D Sports Video staff, as you take a look at head coach Eric Maurer, now in his third year at the helm here at Sachem North, trying to keep his girls up. He's been trying to build a program for a couple years here in Sachem North and trying to compete with some of the big teams in this league, although they are tough. Patchogue, Longwood. But again, as I mentioned in the first half, he's struggling with some of the issues that some of the other teams are struggling with, whether to have a JV, how many girls to keep on the roster. This sport of flag football is all brand new, so a lot of the coaches are trying to figure out a lot of things related to not just the game, but some of the tangential things around the game in terms of roster construction, et cetera, et cetera. There you take a look at Longwood sideline. As I mentioned, Aiden Smith, also a coach on their football staff, and he does a great job. We've got much more action coming your way over the next couple weeks. This Friday night, it's girls lacrosse. It's Farmingdale against Cold Spring Harbor. That following Tuesday, it is boys lacrosse. That is Cold Spring Harbor against Garden City. And then on Thursday, we have flag football, Sayville against West Islip. So plenty of action to keep you entertained. Speaking of entertainment, we're going to take a quick step away. We'll be back with the second half and all the action right after this on the Orlin and Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Drop back into his zone here. Oh, gorgeous catch. She can't go. Oh, no way.
Has been, for the most part, unable to. Here's a pickoff by Vadiak.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
We are back. Start of the second half here at Sachem North High School. Sachem North taking on Longwood. Quick out pattern. Trying to get it to Reagan Grow. Now, this is where the experience comes in. Demena over the middle, and she's picked off. Back the other way. We'll take another look. This time, Demena has the wind at her back, and this is one of the things for a quarterback that's really challenging. You've been throwing into the wind the whole first half. Now you have the wind at your back, and it's easy to underestimate how strong that wind is. That ball just took off on her. Longwood in the white. This half is going right to left. Israel into the end zone. Touchdown! Gianna Tony. And again, this is where 3 years worth of being a starter in flag football will come in handy. You see Israel goes through that progression. She has time to wait for the girl to come open. And Tony makes it look easy. One-point conversion. It's knocked down at this line of scrimmage. Good job by Audrina Emma at the line of scrimmage to bat that one down. Taking a quick look at the standings in League One. Suffolk County, it's Patchogue on top. They're 11-0. Half Hollow Hills is 9-2. Comac 8-2-1. Longwood 8-3. So those teams will be in good shape when the playoffs start. Right around the third week in May. The way they're doing it in Suffolk this year is any team that is 500 or better is going to make the playoffs. So teams 7 through 10 are likely to have an out-bracket type of game. Demena over the middle has a completion. gets it to Zabriskie. And Maya Markle makes the stop. Again, if you Coach Maurer here, you just want to keep it simple, keep it nice and short, take the field a few yards at a time, and let your girls get some confidence and let them get a drive underneath their belt. Spread formation for Demena. Looks over the middle, lets it go. Has a completion. That ball is poked away. Let's see if they call that an incompletion or whether they say the ball was poked away after she caught it. We'll take another quick look as the officials huddle up. She has the pressure on her. She gets rid of it. And they are calling that a first down, and they are calling that a catch. So first down, Sachem North. Short pass, looking for Nodell. Pass is incomplete. Longwood's been really bringing the heat on defense after Demena, play after play. They're after her again. Completion over the middle. It is Grow. She's stopped by Olivia Anglin. Four receivers to the right in this formation. Demena throws right, and it's almost picked off. Maya Markle. Steps right in front of the receiver, and it's going to bring up fourth down. Zabriskie is going to kick it away. Two players back to return for Longwood. Zabriskie bounces it at the 45. Will step away really quickly.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
First down for Longwood from their own 43-yard line. Israel takes off with it, cuts out, but is stopped by Audrina Emma. They are calling that a first down. At midfield, I thought she was stopped a little bit short, but in either case, it is first and 20. Israel loads up again. Touchdown, Longwood. Gianna Toney. Longwood will go for one. Pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Good work by Grace Gregorio, and that conversion is no good. Gregorio comes in there, taller girl, and is able to bat that one down at the line of scrimmage. So I was mentioning some of the standings in League One. In League Two, Sayville is 10-0. No surprise there. Eastport South Manor is 9-1. Hop Hog 9-1. And West Islip 8-1. We will have West Islip against Sayville. That ought to be a good one. Sachem North, this time Demena takes off with it. Sachem North has not had much of a running game to speak of, so Demena figures she'll get herself involved, which she does. She's stopped by Cameron Green with the flag pull. First down for Sachem North. They form a little bit of a shell around Demena to give her a little protection. Give her a couple extra seconds, but they are back there quickly. And this time it's Imani Johnson who makes the pull in the backfield. You can see the offense for Sachem North in a little bit of that shell. But Johnson gets around it and makes the pull. Loss on the play, second down for Sachem North. Kudos to these fans who have stuck around for this game. It is windy out there. Again, Demena on the move. Stopped in the middle of the field by Treadwell. Third down, Sachem North. We are down to 13 minutes left in the game. Demena lets it go right side, has a completion. And a quick flag pull as she gets it to Nodell. Again, you could see that Longwood's D is putting a lot of heat on Demena. Lets that one go. Kind of floats it out there, and Nodell is able to come down with it. But it is fourth down for Sachem North. Mauer deciding to go for it as he sends Demena back out there on fourth down. Has a receiver, has a completion, Nodell. Nodell is down the field, but she is stopped. Stopped by Markle. Nice job by Nodell to get herself really in the clear on that play. So now Sachem North in good position to continue this drive. It's going to be first down, 9 yards to go for a first. Demena looking deep. Dana Ahmed comes over and has a beat on that one on defense. Second down for Sachem North with down under 11 minutes to play in the game. It's the type of game you just want to get a TD on the board, give your girls a lift. A little trickery around the left side. Reagan Grow, the ball carrier. Double reverse on this play. Grow just a sophomore, and Dana Ahmed is the one who pulls the flag. So it's going to be third down for Sachem North. On an out pattern, looking for Nodell. They went for it on fourth last time. No reason not to do it this time. Fourth down. Demena takes off, and she is stopped by Amani Johnson. That's where Longwood is going to take over. Johnson, the senior, on that rush. Demena was looking downfield for an extra second, decided to take off with it herself, and Johnson had a bead on her and pulled her. We've got a penalty that came in late. I'm not sure if that's a post-possession penalty, or is that going to keep Sachem's offense on the field? The drive continues for Sachem North. They are now inside the 30. Demena, they're after her. Just to get rid of it, she does, and she overthrows the receiver. Looking for Haley Zabriskie. We'll take a look at this. This is where you have to step up in the pocket. And Demena does it right there. Gets a little bit of happy feet and then just overthrows the receiver. Second down, Sachem North. Over the middle, nice catch by Zabriskie. This pass a little high. Zabriskie has to go up and get it, but she does so. Tries to split defenders. It's going to bring up a third down. Zabriskie, as I mentioned, the leader on the squad in TDs, came in with 4 this season. Demena over the middle, picked off. Picked off by Treadwell. Treadwell playing center field, staying home, read the eyes of Demena all the way, and just stepped up, stepped in front of that pass, and had herself easy pickings. First and it's going to be 1st and 3 for Longwood from their own 27. We're down under 6 minutes to go in the game. Again, you got to love this Sachem community. They really come out and support all their teams, and the fans who have stayed here this afternoon really deserve some credit. Down the right sideline. This time is Camus. Camus showing the wheels. Takes the handoff quick. Well, I should say that's Olivia Anglin on that carry. Second down, Anglin loses the ball, and the ball's going to be dead right there. Gabriella Gagliano is after her. Gagliano now in there on the defensive line. Gives way to Isabella Galindo, who's now in there on the rush. Second down for Longwood. Both coaches now starting to get some of the less experienced players a little bit of run. Sclafani's now at quarterback. She has a completion to Treadwell. Taking a look at this, Sclafani. Coach Maurer talked to me about coaching her. He's on one of the travel or community teams she's on. So he's familiar with a lot of these kids. Second down. Anglin trying to take the handoff, and instead she drops it. Again, she and Sclafani both trying to get a little on-the-job experience. A little bit of an awkward exchange right there, but no harm, no foul. Longwood keeps the ball with down under 3 minutes left to play in the game. Second down, Longwood. Player in motion is Cohen. Cohen down the right sideline. All-out effort by Gagliano. Say that was Galindo. Third down. Again, they're going to try that end-around play. This time it is Aubrey Marshall who gets the carry. So everybody getting into the act for Coach Smith. Sclafani still running the show at QB. You take a look at her on your screen. A minute left to go in the game. Longwood's run this play all day. Under a minute left to play. Sclafani this time with a spread formation. Cohen is the motion girl. And it is Gagliano who stops her in the backfield. And that is going to do it. Our final score here this evening. Longwood 47, Sachem North nothing. We're going to take a quick break and be back to wrap this one up.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Our final score once again, Longwood 47, Sachem North nothing. We've got much more action coming your way this spring. Again, this Friday night, it's girls lacrosse. It's Cold Spring Harbor against Farmingdale. The boys take over the following Tuesday. That is Cold Spring Harbor against Garden City. And then next Thursday, it is flag football once again as Sayville takes on West Islip. For everyone here on our T&D Sports video crew, this is Mike Trezza thanking you for watching. We will see you on Friday from Farmingdale.